Right, hello tubers. Right, as you can tell by the weather, not riding today. Not like me, not being out in the rain, eh? It's horrendous. And I've had to put the poor seal out in the rain for now. While I just do some more mods on the mighty NC. Now it's I was watching actually Nick and I forget the names. I put the name of the YouTube channel. His name's Nick anyway, and he's got an NC and he don't like it. He's only done 1,100 miles in it, or 1,500 miles, and it's not for him. He was praising its glories at the beginning, but he's just said it's just not for him. It's not comfortable. He's probably right about the comfort seat. There was a lot more comfort in that comfort seat, and he's right about the cost on the extra bits that you're getting for these, because they're not really cheap. You know, everyone goes, oh, the NC's a cheap bike. You know, it's £8,500. It's not really cheap for a bike. You know, I know in comparison to the likes of BMW, yeah, it is. But what you're saying about the DCT, I don't find that with the DCT. I find the DCT an absolute fantastic piece of kit to ride with. But I've had many more of them than he's had, and I'm used to them. Quite honest, I think the pre-20 model of this NC, when it was a little bit more ground clearance on it, the handlebars were a little bit narrower as well. I thought that was probably that chassis on that was better than this one. The smoothness of this engine is certainly better than the older ones. You know, and they are getting better. Right, what do we need to do? Well, we have got two jobs to do. One, at last, AOC. Really apologise the time this has took. This was sent out by AOC to me for free, so you know I won't tell any lies on that. And I love the AOC 6, the 6 Pro, which I'm going to be doing as a giveaway. And this one has quite a few improvements on it. And the one thing I'm more interested in with it is the fact it's got radar assist on this. So let's just take it out of the box and I'll show you. So this is to be fitted on the 2025 Honda NC750. The boxes as well that they come in are really, really good. Really, really well built. You know, they do look classy. So let's just put that in there. And that's the unit itself. Well built unit, which somehow I'm going to have to fit it on here. We'll get to that. Now, the side where I had tried to fit it, and it wouldn't that unit with the cables that you have that have to come down here from inside your box or inside the side of your electrical system on the bike, have to come up and actually connect to the device. They were too short, and they sent these a good while back, and unfortunately I just haven't had time to do them. So these are the new. I'm just recording.
You're not getting coke?
No.
That's a shit.
Right, interruptions, and sorry about the flashing. My light's going. LED light that's dying. So this is a new AOC lead, and let's just see actually, because the old one will be in here. And this is the grief I had with the old one. So this is the original one that comes with it, and this is a new one. They've sent the same one. That's the same lead, people. It's not going on. The AOC isn't going on. They've sent the same length of lead. And the problem with this is that lead has to come up through here and down here. Well, I'm going to try it. I'll see how I get on with it. I'll see how I did try it on the other one. I wanted to put a bar across here. It won't fit with that bar on the top without any doubt. But let's see how it gets on. But the first thing I'm going to need to do before that, which is more important to be quite honest, we're now moving into the winter months, and I have now got new futurized lights, F50. So I paid a lot more money for these. These were the old ones that I had. These are new, but I've decided not to put them on. Maybe I will, I don't know yet. Maybe I'll put 2 sets on. Maybe I'll put the eyes on the top here, and I may put them on the bottom. So I may have 4 lights, who knows. Probably not. Right, I'm going to cut you off there until I get everything in place. Right people, go on to the lights now. The lights are really good quality. So they are Futurize F150, and they come with a really good solid weighty lights. They're really weighty. They must be 2 kilograms, 1.5 kilograms each. Now let's just quickly go over what you get. So you get excess cables, you get long cables, comes with its own transformer, comes with its own switch fuse. So I'm on my little Thunder box which I'm connected to. So the way it goes is you've got a red and a fuse. The white wire goes with the red, and then you've got 2 black cables that come off it, which are here for your lights. So on the Thunderbox, I'll just start them up and just show you them now. So I'm only putting it in place, and this, I do this with everyone. If you ever get anything like this, do this first so you know it starts. Now with the Thunderbox, the bike has to start. So the bike starts. As it comes on, you will see the green light come on there. Okay. You've got amber lights, you've got blue lights, and you've got white lights. Now, I'm just going to check that everything's connected and everything works in accordance to it. Now, yeah, they're on there. You can see the light there. Let's just go to white lights and then turn them off. Right, so that's easy enough. So now it's just a case of fastening them onto the bars, putting them in place and tidying up the wiring. So quite pleased with that. So once that's done, I'll come back to you. Alright people, so this is what's in the bottom. These are your brackets to hold the units now. And what have we got in here? Like I don't know what that is. It looks like some sort of screws of some kind. So we've got some cable ties, some bits. Right, so we'll get on and put them together anyway. We'll come back to you once that's done. Right, as you go on, you fasten your brackets here. You've got these are for your, on top of your crash bars, and this is going to fit here. And that will fit directly into here, like that, to hold it. So we'll carry on. Right people, so the lights are on. Let's just see what they look like when they started up. Right people, we've now fitted the lights on, and that's what they look like. So let's see what they're like when you turn them on. So my little switch there. I need to even them up, just square them off so they're square. That's white. So there's 3 levels of them. Really nice quality. And then turn off. Pleased with that people. So that's one part finished now. So finish off all the wiring inside here, tighten it up, and then we're on to the EOC and we'll put that on. Yeah, so I'm pleased with them. Really good quality. Just to let you know again which they are. The Futurized F150. I'm not sponsored by these, I've had to pay for them myself. From China. I know there's massive changes with China now, import laws. So watch when you're buying this stuff what the import duty is going to be. I know in America it's massive. Trump has changed all trade with them. So it costs a lot more to import stuff. So be careful with it. But yeah, I'm pleased with them. They're nice quality lights to say the least. Good bracket, stainless steel. Look really well built, so we'll see how they get on. Cool. We're on to fitting the AOC now. So to actually get it in, this lead as standard is too short. Now the way I found you can actually do it is within the NC box. If you drill a hole higher up here and bring the feed down into the actual front, that gives you enough space for it to turn. So that's going to work. It's a bit of a fiddle to get in, but once you get it in, you can do it. And we'll go on from there as I go along. So now it's just a case of auxiliaries going to, your GPS goes in, your radar control goes in, your actual cameras go in, and your controller goes on. So I'll carry on doing that and then see what it looks like. Now, I'm quite happy where that is actually. I wasn't happy before, but yeah, I'm quite happy with that. Plenty of space for it to turn. Well, we'll see what it looks like. So this is the AOC BX, and I'm sorry to AOC it took so long, but it's got a quick release mechanism on it here as well. Now the only downside, well, the quick release you'll be able to get at, you will be able to undo it there. There is this device which is fastened in, and there is, when I can find it on here somewhere, there is a quick release device. There it is, that you can put onto it. Now I'm not going to put it on there. I'm not actually going to use that because I think that's enough. I'll carry the key that I need, so if I need to take it off, it's 2 minutes underneath there. Just release it and pull it off. Right, we'll come back to you once we're a bit further on. Alright people, so I thought I'd carry on. Just to let you know as well, this piece, I'm going to start taking off a few of the panels. So this panel which sits there, that way around, okay, forgot to mention this for anyone that wants to do it. You've got 2 little clips in there, 2 little clips there, one on either side there, and you've got 4 5mm Allen keys here, Allen bolts there, which are these. Now watch them, the shorter ones are on the outside, the longer ones are in the middle. Okay, so the next thing I want to do now, because I now need to connect these cables up. The dim is fitted onto here, so now I know that can fit, it can turn, so we're okay. There's not going to be any issues there. Two of these will feed back through. One will go to as a hand control on the actual handlebars, and the other one will be a front light, a front camera. So that's what will happen there. They're all colour coded as well, as I tell you. Front channel 1, there we go, controller. So the rear channel, that's the rear camera, front camera, GPS, and that'll be the power that's inside here. So this is the only downside. Everything now has to be tidied up inside your front. Some people put them on the other side of this front, so they put them inside the actual in between the cowling and the front. Being quite honest with you, you even once you've rid these bikes for a while, wet gets up here and in between. I would personally put it inside. I know it's a bit of a pain because it takes a lot of the frunk away, but if you do them right, you can actually make a bottom layer and cover it up, and then all the electrics can stay down below. So I'm going to carry on now. This panel now, this panel here and this all come off as one. I want that to come off because this cable now I want to run and feed under here, come through here into the front, and the other one for the radar assist. I've got to figure out where I'm going to put the radar assist. So there's the radar assist, and that has got a different connection on it than the others. So the radar assist, as you can see there, it needs wiring in. So where I'm going to put it now, it may be a case it's going to sit under there. I think that's where it may go. So I've just got to make sure that cable will fit on it. So it's going on the actual the back box, because there's nowhere really else that I could put it. I mean, I suppose it could go there, but then it won't get it both sides. It's in front of the camera, and even if I put the camera there and it's behind it, I think, to be honest, that's where it's going to live on this. That's going to be the one side with this. So I'll have to have a look. I'll see if anyone else has done it any other way. And there doesn't seem to be a great deal of cable on that either. In fact, let's just put you there and let's see how much cable there is, because that has to go into that front. And it's only until you start doing these sort of things, when you get these little gadgets to go on your bike, this is how you find out. And different bikes, it will fit different bikes easily. You know, some bikes it'll fit easy, some it won't. So I can say now, well, that ain't gonna reach. There we go. So I don't get how that works. I'll have to have a read, people. That isn't long enough, you know, to get to my front from the back. It's just not long enough. I'd have to extend it. So these are the things that you come up against, and we'll get to it and we'll work out what we need. So I'll carry on and I'll come back to you. Now, people, a really, really bad engineered side again is the actual controller. None of the pieces that come with this fit. These are standard, I think, 21mm bars, and the two pieces of rubber that you've got in there don't fasten it up. It's absolute mad. No idea why they've thought this one up, why they've done it this way. So it's a matter of finding another way of fastening that now, that controller. So IOSA, from your 6 Pro, these ideas here, whoever's done these, really have failed miserably, because, you know, the instructions just, they don't fit. again, your radar, the cable is too short for this bike. I think you've got to start looking at knowing the lengths of these things, what you're making, or giving the extra so that it can be cut off. It's becoming quite tedious, to say the least, comparing to the 6 Pro. The 6 Pro was really easy to fit. Everything fitted easily. So let's carry on. Right, people, so more or less on the last bits, just to let you know as well, they're all colour coded. If you look at them, like the power is red, front and back cameras are white, blue for the GPS. Now the GPS I've put here on the NC, so that fits nicely. I was going to put it on the top, but it's where you can run the cables. There's nowhere to run the cable without it showing completely all the way down here. The front camera is under here. As I say, the final thing to work out is I'm going to have to put an extension on the actual on the radar assist. Where am I going to put that? So I'm going to have to extend that cable. It's meant to just connect, pardon the filming, it's meant to just connect onto your battery, onto your ground and your earth on your battery, but I'll probably pull that into I'll see, I'll either pull it into the bezel box or into the thunder box, or I'll connect it to the battery here, but I will need to extend that to fit it on. And I think, to be quite honest, on the NC, and it's all relevant if you've got a back box, because you'll have nowhere to fit this unless you put it on the top. If you didn't have a box on there, you could possibly put it on the top there of your light. It would go there. Looking whether it could go here, it'd look unsightly, wouldn't it? So I think under here I'm going to find somewhere to put it under there, and that's where it'll go. Probably not as unsightly either when that's like that. So it should be on in the next 20 minutes. Took the side panel off so I can run the cables. As you can see, the cable from the backlight is going here and underneath and through. It's not that hard to do. Take off the seat. It's quite, you know, just got to take your time with it and go from there. So we'll come back to you once we're a bit further on, and we'll see what it looks like when it turns on. Right, people, a concoction of wires and spaghetti junction inside there. Everything's wired up now. Everything's cabled in place. Just need to put the panels back on, but before we do anything, let's turn her on. Now, these have to run through my bezel box, because that's how they start. So let's see if the power comes on for the AOSA. Normally takes a second or so. And there it is. Select English, confirm. 25th, 9th of the month, confirm. And there we are. So let's just radar settings on, radar mirror off, radar rear view on, buzzer on. Mobile screw, CarPlay. It's not connected to Bluetooth, so that's what's going on there. So there's my cameras. So I need to insert the SD card, which I forgot to do. But yeah, all looks dandy, people. So there is the LCBX with radar on the back. Need to take off the little stickers for the cameras. and we'll connect all the phone up to it. We've still got the tyre sensors to put on, which are hidden amongst this lot somewhere. There they are. So there is a front and rear tyre sensor to put on them, as you can see. F for front, R for rear. Put them on. So the next thing to do now is connect it all up to my phone. But before we do that, finish the spaghetti junction. I've got to work out how I'm going to put this now. You're going to lose in the front, you're going to lose. This is the thing with it. There is a lot of cabling there. There is a lot of cabling. And if you're on a bike that hasn't got panels, that hasn't got a front, you need to find somewhere to put it and really keep it dry. Like these, they look really well connected, but I'm sure over time, if they're outside in the wet, I'm sure like rain gets in anywhere, don't it? No matter what you do. So we'll come back to you once we're up and going and the IOC is connected to my phone.
Got to stick my reader on it.
Hello.
Hi Charlie.
Got to stick
How
my
are you?
reader
How you going, mate?
You alright?
Hey Charlie. Got to stick code reader on it.
Oh, it's in limp mode.
Well, got to stick code reader on it.
Probably because you haven't rode it for so long.
I know, but I have just gone from mine all the way down to...
It is a Ducati. Can't expect anything less. Have you seen my new one, Charlie?
No, go on.
Come on.
What have you bought? Oh, you got a camera in your hand anyway.
You didn't ask him about his new bike, did you, the other week, Charlie?
No, no.
Go on, ask him about it.
You know what?
My Triumph 1200.
Is it 12?
This isn't the Triumph 1200. Ask him about his Triumph 1200.
What?
Dropped it. I had to drop it. 18 grand down the drain.
No.
Yeah. Wouldn't even mind. Don't even watch my channel, does it? Don't even watch
Do
it.
you think I watch your
Well,
channel?
you dropped
Yeah, you
I
do.
only watched it
You
because
dropped
of
it,
that.
dropped it.
Dropped it.
Oh my god.
No, I only think it.
Fuck it, no.
How
Well,
much did it
yours...
cost?
No, see my other one as well, Charlie. That's more safe for you.
No, it's too slow that for me, mate. So's that. So's fucking that at the minute.
How come you're not on your BMW?
Well, I was going to bring it. It looks like I might be bringing it in a minute.
Yeah, I would. I heard them brakes when you pulled up for one.
Mate, that's 4 months, not used them. 4 months. But... Do you, Paul?
What?
You know where the OBD is on this?
Under the
Oh, it's
battery.
here.
You got it.
So I'll find it.
It'll have that.
It's not the right connector.
It'll have that 6-letter code on it. FUCKED.